Hello crafters, I'm JanB and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm hoping that the day that I post this video, it's the day that I arrive in Orlando for the Stampin' Up Leadership Convention. These are my swaps that I've made for the convention, and as a independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, what we do is we make swaps to take with us, just a card front with the list of ingredients on the back, and then we swap these with other demos. So we go with one idea and we come back with however many swaps we've done. I've got 120, so hopefully I'm going to come back with 120 other ideas. Okay, so the card that I'm going to make is based on this one. The differences are I'm not doing the dry embossing round here on that layer, and I'm not stamping with ink. I'll show you why. The ribbon on this one is from Celebration. One of the free gifts you can choose if you spend £45 on products. You get the 3 rolls of ribbon together with a packet of matching buttons, and that's Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Coastal Cabana, and that one I ran out of Calypso Coral, so I went on to Crisp Cantaloupe, but I think the colour, the ribbon still went nicely with it. So that's the swaps, but this is the card I'm going to show you, which I think is absolutely stunning in pure white. Now the paper that I've used, well, they call it paper, again it's another free gift in Celebration. It's a paper that they're calling Irresistibly Yours, but it is more like a cardstock, so I've decided to use that as my card base. I don't know if you can see that it's got, if you can see this, it's got embossed spots on it. I have done a video using this before, this paper, because I absolutely love it. You get 12 sheets of 12 by 12 paper, and there's 6 different designs. I'm not going to remember all of them now. There's dots, stars, leaves, flowers, horizontal stripes, and there's like a fancy fan. So okay, I did remember all 6, but I've used the spotty one. So the first thing I'd like to tell you about is actually scoring this. As you can see, I've got an insert inside of mine, and I've got the dotty bit on the inside as well, because I wanted the plain on the outside so that my first layer is spots. Yep, okay. So I would like to tell you about getting this folded in half. The second card I wanted to make was I wanted to use this fancy fan design, and I scored it on the fancy fan side, but when I folded it, it started not really cracking, but it's got the hint of cracking there, which the spotted one doesn't. So the next time when I tried doing it, I embossed on that side, but then I folded it outwards and then inwards. But that one I found that it just looks like a mess on the inside. Yeah, you can see that. So then I went back to the way that I did my spotted one, which was, in fact, let me show you. Have I got a spare one here? I thought I brought a spare one over. Have I covered it up? No, just a moment, I'll switch off and go and get that. Sorry about that, that wasn't clever, I left it on the other side of the room. So let me show you how I did this. I sometimes think a practical demonstration is a better idea. So that's my scoreboard. So what I'm doing is I'm laying my spots face down. I'm scoring, and then to fold, first of all I'm going to fold it so that the plain side is on the inside and I have my spots on the outside. I'm not going to crease that too much, but then I'm going to fold it the way that I'm going to be working with it. And I'm going to use my bone folder, but that's going to be it. I'm not going to fold it any more than that. And there is absolutely nothing, I don't know if you can be able to see that, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with that fold at all. And on the inside, that's quite tidy too. But as you can see on my cards, I always put an insert in it anyway, so that crease doesn't get seen. But considering, I think that's quite a nice tidy crease line there. So let's move on. The card pieces that you're going to need. This is 8 1/4 inches by 5 3/4, scored and folded in half as shown. Then there's the top layer, which is 4 inches by 5 5/8. And then the sheet that's going to be embossed is what's that? 2 3/4 inches by 3 7/8, and then a piece for the butterfly, which is going to be 2 3/8 by 3 1/2 inches. So what you need to do is adhere the first layer onto your card. So what I have is I've got the spots on the inside, and I have spots on the outside now. And then for my embossing, I'm going to use the larger piece here. That's a bit larger than that one, but that's okay. Oh, that's better. So we'll use that one. No, we won't. I can see I've already tried that. I will use the larger piece. So I'll take a sheet of scrap to work on. I'm using the sentiment which reads, the kindness you show has no end, which is from the Lotus Blossom stamp set, which again is another celebration item which you can have as a free gift if you spend more than £45. So I'm going to use Versamark, go over my card with my embossing buddy. Lovely photopolymer stamp, so that I can see through here nice without putting my head in the camera, I think, and just as close to the bottom as I can go. And then I'm going to emboss with iridescent ice. Since I used this for the first time at Christmas, I just absolutely love this. There we go. Now I'm not going to actually heat emboss that now. I'm going to put it on one side and do it later, because I do have one here that I've already done. It is very light, but then the whole card is light. I think you can see that, can't you? So that's that piece. And then for the butterfly, I'm going to bring my big shot over with my magnetic board. So I'm going to put my paper spotty side up. Let's move that over a bit. And I'm going to put some wax paper, and then my butterfly. And then my other cutting board, and then cut it through. And with intricate dies like this, I always go through twice. So that's once, and then that's twice. I had that a bit close to the edge. I hope that doesn't affect the way it's cut. So let's move that out of the way. Okay, so that comes off really nice and easily because I've used the wax paper. press the little bits out. So that's almost perfect there. Now these two I sometimes have trouble with. No, it's okay today. There we go. Absolutely stunning. I'll clear that out later on. I'll just get rid of my rubbish here. Put that over there. So what I need to do now is put my ribbon on my butterfly. Let me bring that back again. Okay, so I've got a piece of ribbon here that's approximately 6 inches long. So I'm going to use my snail and put a snail along the back. Right, what I'm doing is I'm folding it in half so I know where to put my snail. So I only want it to go down the back. There's a little bit up the top, which is fine because that's going to hold that when I bring that up. Okay, so you can see that. So that's stuck both sides. And then what I'm going to do, this is a little piece I had left over from that one where I cut it off the top. You just need a little small piece that's about 3/4 of an inch long. And put some snail onto that as well. And then that just needs to be wrapped around the butterfly. So if you start from the back, slide that in there and adhere that. I hope you can see that. Okay, so I'm just putting that little piece down there, and then I'm going to wrap that around and under, and then as I bring it down, I'm going to push that down, and with my tweezers I'm going to pull that without letting that come through a little bit tight, see if I can get it to gather up slightly, which it has done. Can you see what I'm doing up there? And then this bit I'm going to pull so that gathers as well. Can you see how I pulled that tight? It doesn't give much of a gathering, but it does just give, well, it's given more on that side than it has on this side. I'm going to give that another go, see if I can get it to come over a bit tighter. Let's lift that one first, and then that one. If I can get my finger out of the way. There we go. Very slightly, it's there. In fact, that one looks as if it's gradually come undone. I'm not surprised because there's quite a bit of pressure. I didn't try doing that on my swaps because obviously with 120 of them it was quite time consuming. And once you've done that, cut off the excess, and then you need some dimensionals, and I'm just cutting 2 from the edge here. Putting one down the ribbon, another one down the ribbon, see, I've just pulled my ribbon undone, and do that back up again. These tweezers are absolutely brilliant for all sorts of jobs. Right, okay, can you see how I've done my dimensionals? So take the backing off those. And I'm going to place this, the bottom of the butterfly, as close to my sentiment without covering any of it up. So into the centre, By the way, I didn't mention, but the ribbon that I'm using is a Stampin' Up one, but it is retired. It was the only ribbon that I had this width. You do need to have 1/4 inch wide ribbon to do this at its best. And then what I did after that, just gently lift this sheet up so you can reach your ribbon that's underneath, and put some snail on it. Lift that one up and put some snail on that one. And then to get these to stick down here, what I do is I hold this piece down and put that antennae in the direction I want it to go, and then with this one I sort of fold that bit over and then bring the antennae over. Okay, so you get like a little fold, little crease there, and then once that's done, that will hold that there. Take my ribbon scissors and just cut that off at an angle, and there you have. In fact, that's a bit longer, isn't it? Let's trim a little bit off there. That's more like it. Okay, and then I just need to put it on here, and I'm going to use dimensionals for that. Normally I do 5, but I think on this I'll do a little bit more. Probably 6. I think I'll do one either side, whereas I normally do one in the middle. But there we go. And there we go. Let's just pop this on here. Let's do it upright. With the spots on here, it makes it a lot easier to line it up. There we go. And that's my card. Let's just get his wings up a little bit. There we go. Oh, don't you think that's lovely? I think it's absolutely stunning. I love that one. It'll make that fabulous wedding card. Really fabulous. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you decide to give this one a try. Many thanks for watching my video. If you have any questions, please contact me. It's always nice hearing from you. Also, if you've enjoyed watching my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the button on the top right hand side of the screen. If you'd like to purchase any of the products that I've demonstrated here, please visit my website on the www.janbcards.com. You'll find a button there for my 24/7 online Stampin' Up shop. Many thanks for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting. Cheerio.